now with Sherri Papini. In her own words, the California mother of two at the center of the infamous kidnapping hoax almost a decade ago now claims she actually was abducted. Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang is here with her story. Good morning, Juju.
Well, good morning, Rebecca. When Sherri Papini was found shackled, bruised, and branded, she told investigators she'd been kidnapped and tortured. But after a DNA match with her ex-boyfriend, she admitted she lied and served time in prison. But now, 8 years later, she says it was not a hoax after all. The question is, who's going to believe her?
I was taken against my will and held captive for 22 days and tortured and brutalized. Everyone continues to say that it's a new version of events. It's not.
This morning, Sherri Papini, who pled guilty to lying to investigators, says this time she's telling the truth.
What is the real accountability here?
I think everyone involved in this case has culpability here, not just me.
If you recognize her, it's because her mysterious disappearance launched a 22-day manhunt. Her recovery captivated a Northern California town and the country.
Are you chained up?
Yes. Papini told authorities she was kidnapped while out for a jog by two Hispanic women who chained, beat, and branded her. But the harrowing tale, a hoax. Authorities say Papini wasn't actually abducted. Instead, she staged her disappearance with help from her ex-boyfriend, James Reyes. In 2022, Papini pled guilty to making false statements to federal agents and served 10 months in prison.
To be clear, there was one thing that I lied about. Everything else was accurate and true. I lied about the identity of my captor.
In her new self-published book, Sherri Papini Doesn't Exist, Sherri claiming that she was held against her will and assaulted by James Reyes, which he denies.
You've told massive lie after lie after lie for years. So why should people believe this version of your story?
I'm not actually asking anyone to believe anything. I just am free now, and I have the capacity to speak for myself without being afraid and without having to lie and not being as fearful as I have been before.
Papini says she never told police the truth because she was afraid of James Reyes, and also afraid of her then-husband, Keith Papini, who she now says was emotionally abusive and controlling, allegations Keith vehemently denies.
Prison was far safer than the consequences that I would suffer if my ex-husband found out I was having an emotional affair. I prefer prison over telling Keith Papini that I was having an emotional affair.
Sherri and Keith are now locked in a bitter custody battle over her visitation rights to her two children.
What are you trying to say to Keith in all this?
You have to love your children more than you hate your ex. Just love them more than your hate for me.
What would you say if James is watching?
It's time to tell the truth. I've done it. I've suffered for it. You watched me burn for it. Go to prison and lose custody of my children and ruin my entire life. And it's time to come forward and tell the truth to everyone. He knows what happened.
James Reyes has never been charged in the case. He's not responded to our request for comment. In a statement, the Shasta County Sheriff's Office telling ABC News James Reyes was interviewed extensively by the FBI and Shasta County's Major Crimes Unit. Not only was he fully cooperative and forthright with his answers, but he passed a polygraph in verifying his statements.
Why write the book now?
There are several versions of what happened out there. This is mine. This is my words. It's backed by loads and loads of evidence, and my heart is in it. It's vulnerable.
Now, in addition to those 10 months in prison, Sherri was also ordered to pay $300,000 for costs associated with the false kidnapping. She says she's hoping to pay it all back and earn the right to get more than just supervised visits with her kids. Sherri Papini Doesn't Exist is available now on pre-order. And of course, guys, you can see more of my interview tonight on Nightline.
Wow. Okay.
Good interview,
Thank you.
Juju.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You asked all the right questions that we want to know the answer to. Why would we believe you now?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
Great job.
Juju, thank you so much. Appreciate it.